Woo, what's going on, man? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great day. Wonderful afternoon, amazing evening. What's going on, y'all? It is your boy, Joe Paul. We is back in the motherfucking building. Welcome back to another video. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I watch a lot of NBA basketball, like, a lot. Like, there's a game on every day. I'm watching at least one or two games a night. But, you know, with all that happening, I don't really get the chance to really talk about each and every game because I'm a busy man, you know. I work. You know what I'm saying? I got a family I'm trying to take care of. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to move. I got a lot of things that are going on in my life. That doesn't allow me to really get on this platform and be able to talk basketball the way that I know that I'm able to. So starting today, we're going to try to at least drop a video once a week. Once a week, just me giving me my insight on how I feel about the NBA and the league and, you know, what games may have stuck out to me any given week or, you know, anything along those lines. So without further ado, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what's going on, what's been your favorite piece of NBA news for this week, and let's get into it. So this week was actually really interesting. So for the fact that we were given a double dose of Suns Warriors, you know, everybody knows the Suns, they were on that crazy win streak, and everybody knows the Warriors have been streaking, have been playing just out of their fucking minds the entire season. I guess let's go ahead. Let's start with the Suns. Last night they lost. Their streak came to an end. They lost to the Warriors. They got blown out pretty bad too. But they didn't have Devin Booker. They didn't have a full team. And watching that game, you could tell they were just definitely missing like a main component to their team that makes them really, you know, that championship team, that team that helped them get to 18 consecutive wins. So, you know, them losing last night wasn't really a big shocker. But I will say, with that being said, the fact that they did lose last night, I will have to concede that the Warriors are the superior team right now. I feel like they are the team that should be perceived as the championship favorites, barring Kyrie Irving coming back and playing basketball anytime this season, but we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, I think definitely what you definitely saw a lot of what makes Phoenix, you know, special. You know, Chris Paul was out there doing his thing. He was out there running the offense. DA is going to be a monster in every single game that they play against the Warriors for the remainder of the season. As it currently stands, nobody on the Warriors is tall enough or strong enough to guard DeAndre Ayton in the paint. It's very simple. If you watched the game on Tuesday, you saw this man Chris Paul was literally just waiting. He would have the ball at the top of the key and he would just dribble and wait for DA to get that little sliver of space. And once DA caught it, it was just an easy turn layup, and that's an easy 2 points. If this teams were to meet in the playoffs, I feel like that would be a matchup that the Warriors would have to really, you know, they really have to do something about. If not, they could easily be exploited in that one area. Let me see, talking about the Suns a little bit more. Let's see, Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges. I can't even say the Suns really came out and had a bad game. They were just incomplete. You know, I don't think that game in particular is going to be the end all be all when it comes to the conversation against the Warriors. But I definitely will say that when the teams are incomplete. And when the teams are incomplete, so for example, the fact that the Warriors don't have Wiseman, they don't have Clay, and the fact that the Suns, they don't have Booker. When the teams are incomplete, I can say that the Warriors are the superior team just off the fact that they do have Stephen Curry. And if Stephen Curry is Stephen Curry, there's really nothing that the Suns can really do about that. Chris Paul's not the matchup. They really don't have a matchup. If Mikal Bridges is not putting pressure on Stephen Curry and really causing him to have an off shooting night, I think that if in a 7-game series, the Warriors would win that in 5 or 6 games. To be completely honest with you. Topic up. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the Warriors, man. The Warriors came and they showed to me really basically everything I already knew about them. If Steph Curry comes out and plays like Stephen Curry, there's nobody really who's going to compete with this team. Honestly, on Tuesday, Steph Curry came out and had really his worst shooting game ever of his career. If you expected that to come back and happen to him again this game, then you were just sadly mistaken. You just have not been watching Stephen Curry. Don't know where you've been. I think you might want to get your TV fixed. YouTube is free. Stephen Curry highlights. It'll really get you up to speed. You might want to get on that. But yeah, going into this game, I definitely just expected Steph to come out and just play exponentially better, and of course he did. He came out, I think he had 25 plus. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I believe he had like 25 plus. He had like 6 or 7 threes. It was just overall a Stephen Curry game in a series. If they're going against Phoenix, if they're going against any team, if they're going against any team and Stephen Curry is Stephen Curry, I don't see a way that they are going to be beaten, honestly. Even the little guys, you look at Jordan Poole, you look at JTA, you look at GP2, all those guys were out there playing big, important. Andrew Wiggins, yo. Shout out to Andrew fucking Wiggins, man. Andrew Wiggins this season has been playing out of his fucking mind. He came down yesterday. He had Chris Paul with the Penny Hardaway move. When I saw that, I said, okay. Andrew Wiggins is in a different type of bag. This nigga, the fact that he's out of Minnesota, he doesn't have to be the number one option. He doesn't have to be that guy anymore. Has allowed him to just be the perennial 20-point scorer that he has been really his whole career. There hasn't been one season where Andrew Wiggins has been a bad professional basketball player, and it's not going to start today. So yeah, big shout out to Andrew Wiggins. Like I was saying, GP2, he deserves some kind of award. If not Defensive Player of the Year, he deserves fucking Hustle Man of the Year. He deserves something for his contribution this year because GP2 has played excellent perimeter defense against every opponent that he's played against. I've called a lot of Warriors games this year, and in every single game, there's going to be at least one moment where you have GP2 locking somebody down, getting an on-ball steal, and then soaring for a dunk. It's inevitable every single game. And it's honestly, it's the small things like that. It's the things like GP2. It's the things like Jordan Poole's progression. It's the thing like JTA. It's the thing. It's just watching all this thing together, and you're like, wow, this team, it has the makings of a dynasty. It's the same thing that we've seen for the last 5 years, but we got a little 2-year vacation, but now they're back on it. If you guys watched the game yesterday, Draymond Green was a defensive monster. The game that Mikal Bridges had on Tuesday, Draymond Green came back and had on Friday. It was incredible. I think he finished with like 9 points, 9 rebounds. I want to say like 7 assists, and he had 6 steals. The guy was in passing lanes. He was playing motivated basketball. And when you have that on top of Stephen Curry, on top of Klay Thompson coming back, I don't know how you can honestly say that team loses to anybody. So, yeah, at this point, I would definitely say the Warriors are the best team in the West, best team in the league. And hopefully D-Book comes back healthy, comes back soon because they have a matchup again on Christmas. And that's a matchup I definitely will be tuning into for the remainder of the season. Let's talk about these Lakers for a quick second because the Lakers, they're terrible. They are a shit show. The Lakers are very, very bad. Last night they lost to the Clippers, and if you watch the game, they weren't really in a position to win the game at any point. Even when they got the lead down to 3 points, even when they were able to tie it. You know how crazy it is to tie a basketball game and still for me to be able to say there was no real chance for you guys to win it? Like, that's really how it is, because when it comes down to defensive stops, they don't have it. Like, they don't have the same aggression. They don't have the same fire that they had the previous 2 years, that if their offense wasn't clicking, they would still be able to put points on the board and be able to lock down, Or if they're not able to put points on the board, they're still able to lock down, still able to play defense. There's none of that this year. It's really just, okay, the other team is going to score as much as they want to. We're not even going to try to make an effort to stop that. But we're going to try to just score as much as we can. So we're going to give the ball to Russell Westbrook. We're going to give the ball to LeBron. We're going to give the ball to AD. We're going to let Malik Monk shoot 10 threes a game. We're going to let Wayne Ellington shoot 7 threes a game. Melo's going to shoot 9 threes a game. It's just like there's no real rhythm. There's no real plan I see for this Lakers team. They're just kind of just like all-star talent that was thrown on the court together and kind of expected to work together. So yeah, but I'm gonna talk about the Clippers because that's who they played against last night. The Clippers played an amazing game last night. They really didn't have any one person. I realized that, and I realized they kind of played the brand of basketball that I prefer the Clippers to play. So I don't prefer when the Clippers are trying to be, oh, Paul George, we need 35 from you. I prefer when Paul George can give you 25 and Luke Kennard can give you 15 and Marcus Morrison might give you a 20 piece and Reggie Jackson might give you 17 and Terrence Mann might come through and give you 11. And I like watching those things because I think it's easy. I think it's easy to look at the Clippers team and be like, okay, they don't have really the star power that the Lakers have, but they are the overall better team. To me, personally, I would say they have the better supporting cast. They have the better coach. They are just overall a better team. And if Kawhi comes back, I would even say they have the best player in LA. I hate to be that guy, but I will come out on a limb and I will say that Kawhi Leonard is the best player in LA. Which shouldn't be when you have LeBron James, but LeBron James is older, so that's to be expected. But it shouldn't be when you have Anthony Davis in his prime. But what can you do? Let's see what else has sparked my interest for this week when it comes to the NBA. That's really the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have really just been. I've been watching a lot of them lately. The Timberwolves are legit. And I really, really want them to be a play-in team. I really, really want them to be a team that gets some actual postseason burn because they deserve it. You look at guys like D'Angelo, you look at guys like Cat. These are guys who are just looking for success in their career. And at times it seems like it might not ever come to them. But you could tell that this season they came with a new focus. Cat came with the focus like, we're not trying to be the same Timberwolves team. We're trying to be new and improved. We're trying to be fun and exciting, and that's honestly all they are. If you watch Ant is a fucking bucket. Ant's giving you 20 plus a night. D'Lo is giving you 20 plus a night, and then Cat is just coming through. And it's like that. Those three alone makes the Timberwolves much watch basketball to me. So if you have not been watching the Timberwolves, if you don't have League Pass, I would definitely try to tune in. And if anything, at least buy the Timberwolves next couple of games, and you will see just how exciting this team really is. But let's see. I'm running out of time here. Let's see. That's really all I got for it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Basketball Weekly. I guess that's what we're going to call it for right now until I come up with another title. Let me know a title in the comments. You know, some slick, some calm. But listen, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, leave a share, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.